Hmm. How's it going? I'm just trying to test some things. But yeah. Hmm. I actually don't know. There we go. Is my bitrate better? Uh. Go, give me that. Go. Huh? Bye. Let's see. Let me try this test. Hmm. Okay. That's gonna be a sort of a problem. Docs, custom docs, string chat. Matrix. There we go. And then chat widgets. Message chat. Chat chatbot. No, not chatbot. Alerts, widgets, chat overlay. But how come the chats isn't working? Copy. There we go. Apply. Then again, I guess. Test. That's super weird. Something ain't showing. Through. How come? That's super weird though. Cause like, this should work. But it ain't working. Nope. How come it ain't showing? But yeah. Oh well. That's super weird. I'm just trying to test. Just trying to test things right now. Because on Twitch, it really works, you know? LOL. Okay, that's too much. Zoom in. There you go. That works. Just fine. But how come it ain't working for YouTube? But is it because I need to connect? Not showing YouTube. There we go. It's part of it. Nope. That's so weird. But I'll just leave it like that, I guess. Yeah. You guys are doing well. I am, Oh, no wonder my internet's shoddy right now. It's trying to download something. There we go. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Might just have to, separate. There we go. See if this works. Test. There we go. At least that works. And finally, I don't need to watch this as much. There we go. And yeah, to live. There we go. Yeah, that seems a. Whoop. I think that's a way better thing. But yeah, you guys are doing well. There we go. I am working at the office right now. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. It's been a while. Like, let me test this one again. Test. There we go. So Twitch is twitching and YouTube is YouTubing. So yeah, we're gonna play Stanley Parable. That's the thing. You guys are doing well. You guys are safe. Yeah. Just wanted to play video games. I don't know why. I'm just been aloof lately because of what happened last Saturday. But yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna stream, then might as well stream, you know. And yeah, I should do this more consistently. Maybe a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday thing. Yeah. There we go. And yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna play Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I mean, why not? I've been off and on streaming for so long that I kind of just need to, you know, just get it started again. And hopefully that works out, you know? But yeah, let me try and set up the game. I've already played this game on my Switch, but the PC version had a sale, and I had to get it, and which I got it, and now I wanna try and do this on here. But yeah, there we go. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, I'm just gonna be playing games, just processing the things that happened in Vancouver or here last week. So yeah, there we go. And yeah, let me hope you guys are doing well, and I will probably start playing. You know what I mean? Okay. Studio mode. Let's go to game. Let's see. Game capture. Ultra Deluxe. Okay, I think we have it already. So let me see. Arc Raiders. Nope. There we go. And transition. Wait, there we go. Okay. Okay. This is. There we go. Start recording. Yeah, let's put some subtitles here, because I will forget. Have you played Stanley Parable before? Yes. There we go. When the computer is barely visible. That's probably it for me. Please select the current time. 7. Oh, how do you change? There we go. Huh? For sure. Let's see. Okay. 100 audio.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man. This is the story of a man. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, that seems doable. But yeah, seems even enough. There we go. Video VSync off. Borderless, of course. Hi. Yep. Oh. International. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really need to edit these stuff, but yeah. You know, let's start the game. Let's see. I just wanted to see all the endings of this game on PC, but since I haven't did it yet.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have
Hey,
considered it
Powderhead.
silly,
Good morning. How
Stanley
you doing?
relished every moment that the orders came in.
I'm just
Though it
trying
had
to
been
play some
made
video
extremely
games, you know,
familiar job,
as therapy.
Stanley
How you doing, Powderhead?
was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Have you played this game before?
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This
Wow.
complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Is my audio clear enough? I didn't really check my audio real quick. Give me a second here. Oh yeah. Here we go. Ooh, mouse. There we go. There we go. Oh, there's another ad. What the? Okay, we might have to lower the quality of the. There we go. There we go. Just so it doesn't flicker in and out of existence. Not much. It's almost 5 a.m. I woke up and yes, it sounds good. Nice, nice. Yeah, have you played this game before? There we go. What the? It flickers from time to time. I need to there we go. Let's keep it like that. And there we go. Nice. Good morning, man. What's the agenda today? You have work?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This game's one of the best games I've ever
No matter how hard
played.
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No. I think I just turned off that computer. It kind of flickers from time to time. Did you guys see that? Sometimes when new things happen, it's just flickers. See? Okay. What's in there? There we go. No more ads. We're back. Welcome back, people. No! Let me just turn off all the computers. That paint? Okay. There we go. Nope. I'll see how good is it. Oh. This is a game about breaking the rules. It's a really good game. I can't really like say how like I can't explain it without spoiling it. You know what I mean? Yo. I hate it when it flickers like that. Hey, what's over there?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. I'll follow you for now. There we go. Ew. Yeah. What's in here? Nope. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
These, okay. Let's read here. Bi-quarterly. We need more or less reviews. Want to get rid of the debt sport portion in the primary review schedule. Think it's a stupid idea. Some corporate jargon. Corporate stuff. They really don't know. Oh, what's this? No more bins, trash cans. Let's see. Just corporate jargons. Rate which charts. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Oh god. 20 things you love about your boss. Sounds kind of culty. Huh. I'll move on. I'll move on. Room, closet. Ooh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What's that? A broom. Okay.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. We'll follow you for now, Mr. Narrator. Yo. Bathroom? Hello? I've got a feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Cool. Okay. Nothing here. Nothing to press. Nothing to press.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he
This is a walking.
was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I wonder what's the PIN code. Yeah, this is a walking simulator. Just so you know. Okay.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Nope.
2845.
4. Okay, 2845. Nope. Come on. 2, 8, 4, 5. There we go.
Incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
Yo.
to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Whoa. Hey, Barry. How you doing? It's been a while, Barry. I'm playing Stanley Parable right now. Have you played this game before, Barry? It's just too dark, bro. Can barely see. I have not? Oh. One of the best games I've ever played, and I've only played this on the Nintendo
Descending deeper
Switch.
into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Exped. Oh, the new game? That's like the turn-based game? Whoa. Expensive, and I'm scared my PC might blow up? Oh yeah, true. You know, we don't want to do
Stanley walked
that.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What do you think, chat? Should we just follow the narrator? Or escape? I think this time we'll follow the narrator. see what happens. Follow everything he says.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I do have the strength to find out. Yo.
Now
it's
the
flickering.
Jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Yo,
co-workers.
No one's here.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
427. That's me. I can see my office. How you been, Barry? What's been happening lately with you?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Just working? Hey, I hope work's good for you today. Man. Okay. I'm gonna follow this narrator's instructions, but I feel like I'm being duped.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. We go to facility power then. Oh, no. I see a button. Okay, nope. How come it's so dark?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
On.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
I didn't want to.
Nearly the power you think you do, for example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent. Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
What?
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Where's number 3?
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood.
Where's number 5?
Anyway, I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or
Where's
I let
number
it burn to
4?
a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost
3,
hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever
4.
I come up
Where's
with on the
4?
next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Damn.
Oh
This-
dear me, what's
this-
the matter, Stanley?
This entire game
Is
just
that
took
you
it
have no
a,
idea where you're
in another
going or what you're
direction.
supposed to be
The
doing
frick?
right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
Yeah.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every
4 is
little
number.
thing in
There,
this
guys. See
room.
number 4.
These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
4.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley. You're in for
Yo,
quite a
this game's
disappointment.
freaking me out.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm
Frick,
going
I
to
did
destroy
want
it
to. I
first,
want it
so you
off.
Can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the
Yo,
show. And
this is
believe me,
crazy.
I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
I wanted to turn. Oh my god. Okay. So that was the game. That was one of the many endings of this game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
That's
simply
crazy. I
misremembered.
wanted to turn it off, but I accidentally just turned it on. By accident.
When Stanley came to a set of two
There we
open
go.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
I am gonna rush. I'm gonna rush through it. Because I wanted
Yet there was not a single person here.
to see that room.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to
There
his
we go.
boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There we
Stepping into
go.
his manager's office, Stanley
Eh.
was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible.
Yes.
He didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
I
So he
wanted to
relaxed
do
for a
that
few
story.
minutes with some calming new age music.
Damn it. This game's amazing.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated,
Ah,
Stanley
there we go.
calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Finally. Let me get out of here. Okay. I just want to see the real ending.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We're gonna turn it off. Okay, turn it off.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Hurry up.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I mean, I wasn't listening when I turned it on by accident.
Now
So we should turn it off. You know, that should be the next one.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
man.
images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this
So
place.
this game is about like
nothing.
the parody of game design, and with multiple endings. We're here to discover all of them. Because I
Mind control facility.
I did-
It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
So I was saying this game has a lot of endings because it's about breaking the rules of the game. And the thing I was going to do was to follow whatever the narrator says, except that last bit
No.
where
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
I
own life
didn't do it
in someone else's
'cause I wasn't
control?
listening.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Here we go.
Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
let's turn it off.
Stanley decided that this machine...
There we go. Let's see. Okay, I can hear my steps.
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Was it over?
Yes.
Yo!
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slid,
This
Stanley
game.
reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze on his skin, the
Cutscene.
feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
The irony of being freed from someone's commands, and yet you did everything someone says.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay,
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
let's
to
try
the
to
meeting
do the
room.
other
Perhaps
endings
he
of
had
this
simply
game.
missed a memo.
Yo, new content. Okay, let me try and
Stanley came to a set of two open
that's
doors.
that's what
He
the game's
entered
all
the
about,
door
Barry.
and
It's all about subverting the rules of the game. by
There was not a
beating the
single
game,
person here either.
you are now away
Feeling a
from.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
This
boss's
game's
office.
amazing.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
The
to
irony
his boss's
of
office.
being freed from mind control by following someone's command to the letter.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
The narrator's like, F this. Just open the door for me. That was fire. That was fire. It's like, forget about all the stuff. We're already here. See.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
The reason why I was here, because I wanted to go here.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Let's go. Did we die? Oh, wee. Ow. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Damn.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned
Damn.
and willingly accepted this violent end to
We
his
going?
brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
GG. Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Yo.
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Yo. What?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Okay.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What's this room again? Nature paintings. Oh yeah, the paintings throughout the thing. Behind it, nothing. Stanley's computer. Is this like a behind the scenes? Obviously, wait. So this was my office. You go straight. Yeah, turn right, then straight, and then the door happens. The frick? Filing cabinets. Oh yeah, office computer with this one, and that one. Yep. Credits. What's this? Oh, the button sounds. Huh. Okay. The Office. I wonder what ending is this? Okay. Credits. Okay. I guess we'll go to the left first. The Office. Maintenance room. Nope. The frick is this room? I think this is like a Hall of Fame with all the possible endings. Question mark? Where Stanley would end up in the battlefield fighting aliens, the action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Oh, okay. Lots of behind the scenes stuff. I want to know what would you do? Is this like game email? Like developer emails? What's Stanley's last name? Uh, uh, there's so much text. Okay. Maybe it's just those are game reviews or something. Uh-huh. Huh? Okay. The frick? This must be where all the endings are at. Meeting room. Okay, look at that. Ain't it? Yeah, this is where. For sure, for sure. Two doorways. Wait, what? Hey! Have you played Rain World? No, not yet. I going. Hi Mungo, how you doing? I am playing Stanley Parable, which game's freaking me out. It's a walking simulator about the irony of game design. See, so what about vent conf- confusion ending? Would be hidden depending on how you entered. Confusing ending. I'm already confused, bro. What's Rain World, Barry? The frick? Oh yeah, the Zending. Okay, okay, I remember. I think the frick is this? Okay, the game is now paused. Begin the game again. Resume the game. Okay, that's the escape menu. And it's a survival type game. The ad break is finishing now. You survive an ecosystem. Oh, okay. Yo, what the frick? We ran 4 major trailers over the course. Oh, I think this is like the behind the scenes of the game. Each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. First one released in 2012. Here's the broken rooms in the voice narrator. Ah, okay. That seems pretty good. Ooh, I haven't, I haven't played the survival game in a while. Would you recommend that for me? Okay, I know this. How you doing, Mongo? How's your day? How's your day? I am, go. Second here. Uh-huh. The frick? Countdown desk. Right. Monitor room elevator. Yes. How's it for you though? Would you? Oh, okay. I'll probably check it out. Oh frick. Wait. Oh, my office. Does it change? Oh yeah, it does change. Okay, I think we're going ahead of ourselves, and this is kind of like the what do you call this? The behind the scenes and all the endings of the game. This one, cause I don't know that one. We'll see. We'll see everything. We'll see everything. There we go. We'll go down. I think this might be the other side. Yep. The clock. Yep. We are on the other side. The boss's office. And what is this? Oh, the mind control facility and...
Now then, this elevator for sure will get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be in the story.
Oh, narration outtakes. Okay, that scared the bejesus out of me. Okay. I know about this game is it doesn't have any like jump scares that I know of. It's not a horror game. Oh yeah, the freedom ending. Lol. There you go. I think this is a behind the scenes game. How you doing, Brandy? Okay, I think we've seen the possible endings that we can probably get from this game, and we'll go.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
It's both.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
How?
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Is that one of the endings? I really don't know. Okay. I think that was one of the endings. Okay. Okay. Okay.
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
As much as I want to go to the new content, I have so much things to do here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay. Ooh.
Yes, truly a room
Break
worth
room.
admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay.
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
First open. What you reckon, guys? Should we take it or not take it? I think we'll not take it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
There we go.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oof.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
What's going on?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
The fuck? No. I don't want to press T on my keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring
Damn it.
fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
No.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill in with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never
The
end.
paths in
that
this
he might
game, bro.
always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Which life is the real
And I'm
one?
trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
What's
He won't
this?
listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
This is the real life.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
What the
How can I
fuck?
tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose.
Is
Same as
this the
Stanley.
real
We're
life?
not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm
Is this
compelled
the
to.
just
I
go
must.
working ending?
Perhaps. Well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried
Please
again,
die.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay. That's the right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
That's
the
the
meeting room.
work
Perhaps he had simply
all the
missed a
time
memo.
and die, I guess. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I was
Perhaps he
trying to
wanted
do
stop by
something,
the employee lounge first,
and I
just
want you to
admire it.
see it for yourselves, guys.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
See
we've
that
gotten
path
off
over
on the
there?
wrong foot here.
I think we can actually
I'm not
go
your
there.
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is
Like
that the
the
story has been about
perfect-
nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it to you guys, chat. So we are in a weird part of the story. Should we continue to follow? Or... But before we get into it, let me just BRB for probably 5 minutes. I'm just gonna get some food. Quick un momento, everyone. Hello. There we go. I think we're back. Back to the office. Which I am definitely am at an office. Good to see all the people working behind me. What's for dinner, guys? What's your food for today? Got some pizza and pasta. Yeah. We'll go back to the game. There we go. I'm opting to follow him.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
The frick?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I feel
happy too. You feel happy, chat? We're done.
No, wait. Where are you going?
There we go. Does that work? Am I still streaming? Yep. There we go. Yep. There we go. Yep. Still streaming. Just wanted to check. Yep. I'm done. I'm good.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I think this is the
Please, no, Stanley,
KMS
let me
ending.
stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No!
I'm alive.
Oh, thank God. You No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
No.
That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Yes.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yes.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
That will happen. Well, here we go.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
That's crazy.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's still a couple of more
Stanley
options.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this one option. Wait.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an
This one,
answer
I
there.
forgot about this particular ending.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy,
Why are we
why
looping?
had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made
Crazy
any
ending?
logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa.
He imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything
That's
that I'm
true.
doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And when he
That
thought
was
it all
confusing.
very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife.
I have a
and
wife
my
in this
job.
game?
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me
my
I'm real.
goodness.
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange
The
man.
crazy ending.
He was
That's
obviously
crazy.
This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
We're crazy. There we go. That's the the ending.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I hated that. I hated when a game tells me that someone's following me from behind. That's not okay. That's not okay.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker. Yes, really
Nothing really in this
room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
How about no?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Left?
Oh, no,
What?
it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Ew.
No, No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
I think this is still the same playthrough.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I have a feeling.
When Stanley... Wait. What? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
This looks like backrooms type sheet.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story
Was there,
before.
Stanley?
Do we need to restart the game again? Well,
I don't know with you.
That we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. I think this is like the narrator, I think, doubts his storytelling.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yep.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Mm-hmm.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Where's the story?
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Bro, you're getting us. What the frick?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
He's starting to doubt.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yes.
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Good job.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
I mean, I won.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I already won the game. Ooh.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Just follow the line. Follow the...
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh, okay. My bad. My bad, Mr. Narrator.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
That's crazy. The frick's going on, chap?
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
I'm crazy. Anyway.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Hey.
No.
We're back here.
How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay. Line's a line. We follow up.
Stanley, I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I don't even know what we're doing right now, bro.
Oh, no, not you again.
Hey.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. We should be fine.
Narrator's just completely giving up. Oh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh my god, it is the confusion ending.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all
I've been
one
playing it
giant
for
ending?
17 minutes.
And we're supposed
Holy.
to restart the game what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be.
Where
I don't want the game
anything
to keep
can start its
restarting.
own.
I don't want to forget what's going on.
And
I don't
then
want to be
again.
trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
The fuck?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think this is a new... this is a new entry now. You can see both doors there. What have we haven't been? Have we had any other paths? Still like confused a bit. I mean, that goes to the boss's chambers. We already went there. Yep. Went that side. Maybe. I do not know. Okay. I'll try that one.
When Stanley came to a set of two...
The blue one.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Is it?
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley felt but eager to get back to business. Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well,
Look, Stanley, I
try and see this path. Remember there was like a red door and blue door?
Enemy, really, I'm not.
We need to go to the blue door next.
Trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
See?
Give me a
So we
chance.
went through the red.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
We go to the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Oh, what?
Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, the blue's right here. Look at that.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Whoa.
See? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
What if I don't?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
Oh, frick.
Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly, there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
For sure. Where's their leaderboard?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got and now would be a... You wouldn't mind taking a look at...
This is the baby.
In this game, the baby goes left
the baby
towards
game.
danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your
4
experience.
hours.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What game is this?
Aha! Fascinating.
Oh, frick!
What do you
Is
think
this
game is about,
Fire?
Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our
Is
motivation?
Firewatch?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stan, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Firewatch, right? That's crazy. Let's all go down. Nah, you crazy, my man. Hey, twin, how you doing? I'm playing at Stanley Parable, or in this case, Firewatch?
Oh no. No, 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 it can't be.
I mean, no, it can't be.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
The fuck?
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close
Crossed
call.
over to another game?
Wandered off into that,
Well, that's what the...
thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
We're trapped.
The woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls.
This is Firewatch. I've played this game before.
Insurmountable
Really good game, by the way. You should really get it. How's your day, twin? The frick's going on?
I think this will be just the thing.
Okay, I think we're crossing.
Wonderful. See, this is
Rocket?
exactly what I had
Ain't
in
no
mind.
way.
Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost
Rocket
in this
League?
game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's
Sports ball?
Fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Sports Bowl. Recovering, fam. Had an event 2 days ago. Still feeling iffy. Might have another shoot on Sunday. Damn. Take your rest well, man. Guess I'm playing Rocket League. FPS. First person. There we go. Sports ball. There we go. We got it. Wait,
Are
what?
you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Oh,
Stanley,
damn. Oh,
hold on. What are you doing?
the frick? Whoa.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have so much.
What's going on? Frick? It's like the old office. Oh, there we go. Found some path. Hey, it's my table. Oh, frick. Where should I go now? I thought this was CS, the office map, yeah.
Found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's
It kind of looked like the
if he's
office.
learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes.
Have you played this
that,
game,
There's no other way.
Twin?
Once this ends,
Dude.
after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
What event did you have 2 days ago? Oh. I guess that was it? The dependence ending?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I haven't, but I've seen it from time to time. This game is amazing. Okay, so... This is a game about multiple endings. Choice-driven, multiple endings. I've been doing a lot of other endings, but thinking if I should go to the new content now. Just trying to I can't really move forward or this will close the door. Whoop. This was on sale, I think until the 27th. So I had to buy it. I had this on my Nintendo Switch, but I decided to buy it here for Steam. It was a corporate event about different types of AI applications and upcoming AI projects. So we were just covering for the event, making videos, then taking photos, your typical corporate things. Yeah. ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claw.ai. That's mostly of the AI tools I've been using. But yeah. So much AI applications. They think they can automate a lot of the things, but they really can't. Unless the AI becomes sentient. But yeah. We've already gone through. I think it's time to do the new content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know. I just got here. It says new content. Here we go. How come this feels like Half-Life? Half-Life 2.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Alright.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I wonder what's here for new content.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Whoa.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Jump circle? I mean, I'm gonna do it. Oh, I can't jump anymore.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Narrators, narrators
And I could just read
hating.
the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew
Okay.
there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't let me
So many
spoil the
games.
level of craftsmanship that's gone
So many
into it. In
games.
fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended. I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. They could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset?
I didn't know the game's
and we'll
extra
look
content
at
was
what
hate.
Stanley
True.
Parable is really about. No frills,
Extra hate.
no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
What? New area? Wait. Is it part of the game? Wait. What is... No, I don't think it's part of the game. Which one's choppy, my dude? Is it my microphone or the game audio? When the narrator was talking, the audio was choppy. How about now? It's only music. It should be a bit better now. I don't hear any problems for now. Give me a second. Was the chat incredibly small? I'm just gonna turn it off. See where it takes me. There we go. The frick? It was supposed to be that.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Oh, okay. Huh. I think was that part of the new content? I think that was. Okay, let's go back. I'm so sorry. Oh, shoot. I can't anymore. Whoop. I guess it's, no new content for me.
When Stanley came to a set of...
Okay, we need to go back. There we go.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Okay. What's this event? Where do we go? Okay, that's... Game's been loading. There we go.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Oh,
Just
frick.
our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
What the frick? Don't forget, Zone
You
Suite.
see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back
He
then,
made...
video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The narrator made a Hall of Fame of the first game. Yep, yeah. Independent Games Festival. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts. Oh, it's not really Stanley Parable, is it? Times, let's begin again. 2013. The release of Stanley Parable in 2013. 2013. Stanley Parable. I can't really read the rest. Stanley Parable. Yeah. Why is it Mozilla? What everyone's saying. Blink. What I forget this ad? 6 components of a great corporate culture. The frick? Smile because it happened. Stanley Parable. Hey, a drawing of Stanley. Down memory lane. $1. Mr. Krabs' dollar, I guess. The demo. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Unachievable is impossible to get this achievement. New video game releasing today. Creator surprisingly down to earth. Colleges show uneven effort to enroll poor. Business leaders pushing election of council allies. Okay. Okay. What's this? Oh, the crazy ending. Standard Parable deals tough choices. True. Oh.
Je suis dans la Memory Zone, seul sur l'abri des loups, et je n'attends plus que toi, mon amour.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all
How
of
come
them.
it knows
And
all
now,
these titles?
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
The elevator. he's, he's making a puff piece on the old game. Never really seen that one yet. There must be some endings that I haven't seen yet, you know what I mean? I should really get to know all the other endings, you know? Person of the year. Oh, the rooms and the decisions, I guess. The original remake.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating
Why is
commentary
it
on the
9?
nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I mean, it ain't perfect. It's a 9. I mean, technically. People give games because of what they can do inside them. Your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Oh god. Oh yeah. I think this game was made on the Source engine. Fair. The serious room. Okay. Is there a path? Like,
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
or is it Steam?
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Steam reviews? Chat. Okay. Let's see what Steam has.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion.
What?
The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Rick? Okay. There's such a metagame onto itself because it would address games like Persona 3, Skyrim, and now Steam. Such a big brain game to have. Trucks, so Steam. No, there's literally nothing there. Ew, what is this? Can we enter here? Nope. We're just going through here, I guess. Oh, look at that.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me.
Side-eye.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure, like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Question would be for me is like, was this actual Steam reviews or was it was it fake? People at the company made an account, bought the game, played it for a few hours, left a bad review, and then dipped. You know what I mean? It's a bleak area. All these freaking reviews. Oh, okay, I think we're supposed to go this way. Yep.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Ooh.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Whoa.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get.
You'll listen for a
sit
bit.
around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices are what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards. The deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
It's been a week?
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
How long was
I've
I
had
out?
so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
Yeah,
To begin
describe
with,
it for me.
There is only regret.
Mhm.
There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur.
Battery of the fire alarm?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They screamed. They
I'm
gnashed
still
their
here, I'm
teeth
just
and said,
learning mode. No worries,
"Entertain us."
Fatherhead.
But it
I'm
wasn't
just being
enough. They had
entertained
to
by
leave
this
a
amazing
pathetic
game.
little thumbs down review and make all
Uh,
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Is
Narrator's just
never the end,
crashing out.
is never the end.
Damn. Yo. Is it a PC only game? I think it's also on consoles. Like Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and stuff. So yeah, I think this is a... It's on all consoles, so you're good. Damn, how you been, man? Damn, it's been so long. Oh my goodness. The passage of time has been so long that the roof just caved in. I don't even know how further in time was happening. Whoa. Nature's starting to take over. Dude, that's been long. For this much nature to take over? That's crazy. I have them all? You have them... wait, you have this entire game? On all consoles? Oh, what the... How long has it been? Damn. Oh. Can I still go forward in time? Nope. Whatever happens, happens. Damn. What happened to the entire thing? It's one big... Is this the time skip ending? That's crazy. I don't know where to go, but I'm heading further. Further away. Okay, so that was an ending. Like the time skip ending? Maybe?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Okay.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Over 15 consoles in the house, including PS5. What? Damn. You have everything. Okay. Oh, look at that. New content. I should really have a list of all the endings of this game. But it's really fun to just explore, you know what I mean?
Good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Yes. Now show. 15 consoles. I think I only had like 3 consoles in my entire life. Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy SP, PlayStation 2, that's 4, Switch, 5. Okay, there we go, 5. I'm really thinking about the Switch 2, but it's super expensive, man. I'm not gonna lie.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has
Gaming
turned out to
PC
be.
2, but
The original
this is my
Stanley
wife's
was
world.
a landmark, and
Damn.
any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Whoa.
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
With the new Mac and everything, that's just hit the logos.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley
Narrator
Parable
hates
2,
Ultra
now
Deluxe.
That's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
So I go back to the lazy cat lurking mode. Hey, have fun, my dude. Have fun, man. I am just amazed how this game has so many possibilities. The new content is out. New content part 2 is in old and busted. New hotness. Cool red section of the chart. Meow. They're back. 2 doors. Okay. More TSB. Better TSB. Stanley Parable. There we go. Win-win. Okay. Was this because of passage of time from that particular ending? Yeah. I do like that logo more. Yeah. Thank you for attending my meeting. Okay. Hey, it's the ferns. 2.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Arkham Asylum 2, Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, and Dark Souls 2. Where's Team Fortress 2? Damn, acknowledge that. Ew. I just watch a film or something. Features. Damn. Pulled up a full red carpet. Whoa.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Where do I start? Okay. Hear your name in the game. A button that says your name of the player that is playing the game. Okay. Hear your name, enjoy the new features. Staircase. I'd probably do that. Okay, we'll do this first.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
Two
So with
smalls
that
just
in
right.
mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Let's go.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the
For
full
sure.
experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I mean, we're all Jim, I guess.
Jim. Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again. Jim. Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal
Personal
validation.
validation? It's not even my name. Lol is what is what I can say.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2.
Mhm.
That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
The button that says Jim. Okay. No screenshots. Office. Assistant quality with just the right amount of change. The button that says the name jump circle. Infinite hole. I want this path. Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
This place is ginormous. Settings world champion, infinite hole, free achievement. And there's a lot of things right now. I don't even know where to go. Okay. We were here, right? It says jump circle and infinite hole. Okay. That's exit. Yeah. Achievement. Merch settings. Okay. That's it. Collectibles. We'll do the jump circle first. Why not?
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Wow. Can't even jump no more. Oof. Collectibles? Sure. Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
It's the game trying to make a mockery
God,
out
what
of
is the worst when you collect
collectibles.
everything in a video game, and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Okay, let's get this free achievement. For sure.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Try.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Is this like a mockery of gamers? We hear you. This is gonna be on the next game. We promise, and they never do. God. This entire
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
this entire game is a mockery of video, like new games. Okay, we'll go here, cause
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
that will someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted.
She wanted the other one.
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Great, thanks, game.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
So dumb. Okay. So the Infinity Hole is time and death. Hole. Infinity just keeps going. The frick is this? Is that time or space?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Well, here we go.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Umbrella!
Sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
How come I don't have sounds? Hi, how you doing? Hi, Jobo. Hi.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully.
Oh,
it's possible
God.
that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very hole?
Wait, how do you do shoutouts?
It's an extremely
Hi, Jobo. Hi, Umbrella. Hi, Robert.
That it isn't an
Robbie Bird.
astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is
How
it
you doing,
infinite?
guys?
Well, that sort of depends on your definition.
Welcome
of
to the
infinity.
infinite hole of
Remember,
Stanley Parable.
The infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Oh, what the?
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You
The-
found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by
I've
falling.
been
What
okay.
normal person
I've been okay.
actually wants to fall
I got to the bottom.
I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually
Yeah.
need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
No, you're the problem, narrator.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why
God.
don't we just put all
Has your
this
job been
behind us
treating
and
you?
agree to just call
I
the
do not
hole
have a job
Mr.
anymore.
Infinite. If that works
Wait,
for you,
I'm waiting for
then
this
go ahead and
this
press the
blabbermouth
teleport
of a
button to
narrator.
warp up to the top of the hole, and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
There we go. Yeah. Yep, no more job for me. But yeah, I've been doing Jobo and Robbie. Yeah, I lost my job because they hired me knowing, well, the CEO hired me knowing that I was gonna go a vacation on June, and then fired me before my probation ended because of the same reason. And I'm like, bro, you said you hired me for this, then you should have just hired me in the first place and wasted my time. Be like, you know. Let's give me a second. Let's go back to the office. There we go. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Thank you so much, Umbrella. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Brad. But yeah, for those who don't know me, my name is Gibbs DLC. I've been a on again, off again streamer. I'm mostly playing video games now, but I do dwell into playing the bass a bit, but that's like rare stuff now. But yeah, welcome to the office. I am really at an office right now. See all the people working behind me. Hey man, how you doing? You good? Yeah. See, he's like I can't even disturb him. He's very busy. He's very busy. You doing good? Yeah. For sure. There we go. See, he says hi. I'll be rooting for you. Thank you so much, man. Dude, I can't even buy any of your stuff, bro. Like, there we go. But yeah, I'm just working at an office. This is a shared space. Like, I mean, they're very accommodating and in letting me stream here in such a open space and stuff. So, How come I don't have an alert? I hated that. Whoops. There we go. But yeah, I'm playing Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It's on PC, and I bought it because there was a sale on PC. I used to have this game on my Switch, but I love it that I can put it on my PC so I can stream and share with you guys. So yeah, dude, don't worry about it. I've been popping out of a little burnout dealing with juggling my free time. Yeah, like with your business and everything. It's it's totally understandable, my dude. And for me as well, like I have just been saved from an accident. You know the news about the Vancouver thing? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm still processing it. But I'm good. I'm safe. I mean, I'm good now, but like yeah. It's something. But yeah. There we go. And then let me give a shout out to Brad. Is it shout? Yeah. There we go. Shout out to Brad. Yeah, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, yeah. I'm just trying to I think in terms of like counseling and stuff, I think I'm about to schedule it for hopefully for next week. But yeah. And yeah, that's been going on for me. There we go. Oh. Did my stream? I think my stream crashed out a bit. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. I'm starting to hopefully I really get this thing going, streaming and stuff. But yeah, it's a process. And I should be more consistent on this. Yeah, much like going to the gym, I need to really like just put in the work on streaming and stuff. But yeah, I'm glad you're doing okay enough, Brad. You should play games soon, dude. Or do a collab stream. I don't know. Whichever fits our very busy schedules. Heck yeah, it's good to have an outlet, but take your time and build that. Yeah, yes. I'm not that familiar with the whole counseling process yet, so I'm just thankful that I can check on it. Yeah, it was fun playing TF2 a bit ago. Oh yeah, how's TF2, man? Dude, I haven't played in so long. Did you hear the news about Team Fortress 2's SDKs being released? So people like Master Config can actually make an actual TF3? Or is it Comtrust? TC2. There we go. I think it's called Team Comtrust 2. There we go. I think it was called Team Comtrust 2 is what I'm saying. But yeah. So there's gonna be a ton of new games that's gonna be coming out based on the TF2 SDK, which is nice because for a almost 20-year-old game, they have so much other games. But yeah, dude, like it's amazing. It's gonna be fun. I don't think it's released yet because I haven't seen any big news yet on the Team Fortress community. But yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out, and we'll probably play the first few games together. I mean, why not? Um, it's basically fixing TF2, rebalancing TF2, and make re-optimizing TF2 for newer systems. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Let's go! I can't, dude. TF2 is the only like shooter that I'm like super try hard in playing. But apart from that, it's all just casual, like Helldivers 2, Arc Raiders, which they're doing a tech test right now. Yeah, you were really good. Thank you. You guys were really good too. Like, it's we are all pretty good then. just screwing around and having fun. I like that. I wish it has a more like rank mode, which nobody ever does, but it's already competitive without it. I've been hooked on Rivals and Monster Hunter at the moment. Oh, dude, Rivals have never been that into it because maybe I've already like spent my time in Team Fortress 2 and Overwatch. I guess that's the reason. Monster Hunter, I just don't have it. I am broke. I am broke, boy. I can't play Monster Hunter. But yeah, but Monster Hunter is a kind of game where if I just play Monster Hunter, I think that's the only game I'm gonna play. But yeah, I'm glad you're here. I haven't really played a hero shooter since the launch of Overwatch. Yeah, TF2, Overwatch. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, those are the only two games I've been swapping. But apart from that, Helldivers 2, you know, some of the other games that I haven't played yet, but I'm just playing off the side. Some story games. I think I finished Eastward off stream. Like, it was just, yeah. Yes, Helldivers 2 is such a good game. I think, yeah, like, it's just fun considering how difficult the game is on the harder levels, on the harder difficulties, that you need, like, it's good old democracy fun type shit, you know? But yeah, there's a major update coming out soon. Yeah, I think so. Maybe. I never really checked it again. I've been in and out of Helldivers 2 too. Just waiting for either the 4th faction or solidifying the 3rd faction. Because the 3rd faction's just been in and out. So I'm just waiting for the story to pick up. But yeah. Okay. I think we can go back to playing the game. There we go.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
But yeah, thank you so much, Brad, for raiding. You know, I'm playing. Have you played this game? Stanley Parable can't leave the vote list to not vote. Yeah, true. We can't. We can't. Oh, can I go up? Oh no, I can't. Okay. Damn. Thank you so much, dude. Like, and I hope you're doing better, man. Let's see. Making content, like, I have played only a little bit. Sammy loved this game, dude. You and Sammy should play this game together. This game's amazing. Amazing. I don't know. It's been so long since I last played, so basically I'm also being surprised of all the things. Like, I'm just kind of remembering a little bit here and a little bit of there. But yeah, this game's been amazing. But what's upstairs? Settings World Champion. Nothing happens, bro. Settings World Champion. Mostly infinite hole. That's funny. Oh boy, it would be something. I'll annoy the crap out of her, bro. It's This game is just amazing. Wait. Oh, merch. Ooh, look at all the merch. I saw the new content. Not gonna lie, I like the design features of this game. And what is this? Oh, the balloons. Okay, never mind. Offers decorations, reassurance bucket, mostly infinite hole. Okay. What's this reassurance bucket?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes,
You're a pain in the
the
ass,
bucket
narrator.
is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding
Bucket.
it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Thank you.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Maybe. What if I throw this bucket
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket
plus
in a video
chab
game?
bucket
That
plus
really
one
should be a award
charisma?
if it isn't already.
Mostly infinite hole. Fine, it ended. What if I throw this on the hole? I mean, this game is all about breaking the game, so. What if I can throw the bucket into the hole?
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
I like holes. Who doesn't like
A normal
holes?
person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
What the?
Wow. Okay.
It is getting shorter.
Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
Yeah.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not
What the
working?
frick?
You sure?
It's not working,
Well,
bro.
I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a
I
moment
can't
ago.
jump
Try it
out.
again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Wow, he left me here. Is that it? Maybe if I wait any? If I wait any longer? Ooh. Hole is going down. Chat. Something's going on. Whoa. I can change perspective. Yo, this game's crazy. Change your reality. What? Change yourself? Whoa, whoa, whoa. This game- Error.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
What
Oh,
the?
good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
I was
From the
having
looks of
fun
things,
there.
You and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Yo, I gotta look for a little bit. Gotta add the lave oil to finish up my piece. It's without the frame. Hey, no worries, my dude. Thank you again so much for lurking. Wait. Oh, that was it? Do I come back from the beginning?
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new
Oh, okay. Reassurance bucket. What else did I not do? poll. I mean, you already went there. Settings champion? Let's see if it's actually on now. Or it's just one big conniving. There we go. Nothing. Enjoy that. Wonder what else can we do? Exit? Are we just gonna go exit now? I think so. I think this is exit time. Unless there's more. What else? Collectibles, exit, jump circle, which we already had. Okay. Jump circle, exit. Okay.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Whoa. Screen. Whoa, what's in here?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh god. Did he change the entire main menu? That's crazy. This looking feels like Severance. I love it.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket.
No more new content room, I guess.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
You
The
feel
broom
what?
closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial?
Such reverse psychology
that your
shit.
life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing
It's a
manner?
mockery of
Well, I'd
everyone's.
never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
That's wild.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
The property of Stanley.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Ooh.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
I don't know if it's
You
actually
can't buy
true.
that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
What if I go up with the bucket and escape?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
This game is just deserves the 10 out of 10. It's not even a 9 out of 10. This is one of the few games that are 10 out of 10.
Plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
No.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Let's
The door
see.
behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn
Is it just
around
Stanley
get back
and
on
the
track.
bucket?
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Let's see. There's gonna be the usual
As the
ending.
machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death. It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Are we gonna have a whole Hall of Fame for one bucket? No way.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his
Bucket
short
with two
life?
handles. Inferno bucket. I'll go left to right. You mean the bucket has been here? Oil is applied, nice. We sacrificed the bucket, and now There's an entire Hall of Fame or museum dedicated to the history of bucket, from its origins during caveman period. God, this
No
game's so
man can
dumb.
own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging of the bucket. The hanging bucket. Oh. Well, what the?
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
The heck was going on?
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Drop here. Okay, at this point, this is my.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines. And now
Okay.
I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley?
Stanley
What name
was
better
really better.
encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on
Such
it.
a
I'm
mockery
sure it will
of
come to me.
collectible collecting. Oh. In here. Yo. What's in here?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down, it doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
The freak was that?
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away.
I
as
wasn't ready for
Stanley
that
embraced
either.
The bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Dude, like, I was
and
just covering my eyes just looking at the OBS. It's like, please don't. Please don't. Where do I go now? Oh, this is going back to the... Okay. We'll try and do the... Whoa. This room changed. Somewhere both red and blue. Oh, that door. A private but smelly place for an important person. Oh, it's the figurines. It's telling me where to go. Well, yeah. I know where number 4 is. I just don't know where number 6 is. The boss? Oh, the private but smelly. Oh, okay. Okay. I know where they both are now. I think this is the toilet. Number 6 is the toilet from the boss's place. And then this is number 4 where I go to the right door. But I'm already here, so...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the
Yep,
boss's office.
office. I think it's over here. Yep.
You're getting close now, Stanley.
I
You've
know.
nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler
Such
and
a
Marines.
mockery
None
of
can.
people who do collectibles for games. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Mean.
Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
Maybe.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
This game is about just figuring out all the endings. I would really love to Google some of them, but we'll see.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay. We'll enter here. See where it takes us.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
It's like the presence of the bucket just made the game twice.
The
Twice as
monitors jumped to
interactive.
life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
The bucket
Where's
had never
why?
seen anything like this.
Where's
It very nearly
427?
burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything
Oh,
would
there
be
you go.
fine.
That's me. That's 427. Yep, that's true. There we go.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
At this point, I'm speechless on what the game was actually trying to do.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation.
Alright, homie. I said I have to dip. I have to be early tomorrow. Have an awesome rest of your stream. I'll try to catch you next time. I'll be hoping good things are coming your way. Back to you, my dude. Thank you so much, Brad. And have a great night, man. Good night.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley
Thank you so much.
had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, or go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out. Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Okay. I am dipping out. I'm dipping out for today. There you go. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I know it's been an amazing stream, and I'll probably be back in Here we go. We stop stream here.